Hey friends, welcome to Post to Post. We're here to talk about the Carolina Hurricanes today. They just released their official away jersey for the next season. I'm going to say the next season because I don't know about the season after that. Carolina seems to change their mind every 1 or 2 years based on what they want to use for a home, an away, an alternate jersey, a heritage specialty jersey. I know that in this world of jerseys and design and stuff, we use the word or the term identity crisis quite a bit. And there is no team in the NHL or maybe professional sports that is best described by the term identity crisis than the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm not saying that anything that they have done is bad in terms of design. I just think that they are running the longest marketing experiment ever, or marketing research experiment, I guess I should say. So I'm going to bring this up on my screen and we can look through it and give our opinions. And I will go through these images the exact same order that I basically saw them on Twitter when they were released. So I'll bring them up. So this is the first one that I saw. It was the full uniform. I think they did some videos as well. I've not watched the videos. The videos are cool. I make videos, okay? I make videos on YouTube. Obviously, I like videos, but it's a waste of time. We live in the world where everything is so instant. I just want to see the photos. Just show me the photos. I don't like when teams only release videos and then like an hour later they'll release pictures. I hate that. Seattle. Anyway, so this is the first image that I saw, and it didn't look that unfamiliar because it's essentially the inverse of the Stadium Series jersey. And I guess I would say that what was surprising about it was maybe the logo. I wasn't expecting the logo to not have any, I guess, white in it. I didn't expect it to be two-tone. I think that it leans maybe a little bit too heavy into the black, but it doesn't look bad. And overall, a pretty predictable jersey. I mean, what could they do as an away jersey that would complement their brand, not be totally different, but still provide some of that market research so they can figure out long-term what they actually want to do? Is this going to lead them into making the Stadium Series that they used before the new home for next season, or I guess not next season, the season after the next season? I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. Carolina Hurricanes are still searching for a soul when it comes to what they look like. So maybe first impressions, I don't know, like a 7, an 8. It's not a bad jersey. Let's continue on to the next bit of images, and we'll kind of do a little bit of a deep dive on some of the aspects. So the ad on the front of the jersey, I don't care what ad it is. I don't like ads on jerseys, but at the very least, it's relatively small and almost looks like a manufacturer's logo versus a logo for Ford or RBC or whatever. It's pretty insignificant. So at least there's that. The second thing I want to talk about is maybe the numbers. I feel they are a bit low, and they're probably not on the jersey, but just the way that that red section is done, I just feel like the numbers should be a little bit higher. But maybe it's just me. I mean, it's a nice jersey. Still got that texture in there and stuff. And the shoulder patch, we're definitely going to talk about that. There's an image that shows it better, so we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. And then here's the other image that they released, shows the other side with a different shoulder patch. That threw me off big time. I saw it and I was just like, what is Stormy doing on there? I mean, it's a pretty cool mascot, but still. And there'll be a better photo. We can look at that coming up. I wanted to go to this one pretty soon in the video because it actually has some of context behind what they're doing. Originally debuted on ice during the 2023 Stadium Series against the Washington Capitals, this bold fan favorite makes its triumphant return with an away facelift for the 2025-2026 season. Do you notice how they specified 2025-2026 season? That is so Carolina. They don't even know if they're going to use it beyond. Like, they just switch up their away and home jersey every year, every couple of years. It's actually to the point now where I don't even know if it's an identity crisis and instead like an actual strategic campaign. Like, are they going to be the innovator in the NHL where other teams are looking at the Carolina Hurricanes jersey model and be like, you know what? Maybe we can do the same thing. Why do we need to use the same home jersey for 8, 9, 10 years? Let's just do a different one every year or every 2 years or something like that. So maybe the Carolina Hurricanes are onto something. I don't know, but it's definitely different. But even they don't know how long they're going to use this for because they specify the next season. They also said fan favorite. I do not live around Carolina. I live very far from Carolina. I live in the east coast of Canada. So I don't know any Carolina Hurricanes fans closely, but I don't know if this is a fan favorite jersey. Is it? Like, let me know in the comments if you're a Carolina Hurricanes fan in this fan base. Is this a fan favorite jersey? Not the one we're looking at, but the one that is referencing the 2023 Stadium Series. I mean, it was a nice jersey. I don't remember it being a fan favorite though. Moving on to the next one, you can get some close-ups of some of the good stuff, which is the shoulder patch. So you can see the crest there. We already talked about that a little bit. I just want like a sprinkle of white. You see that little thin red stripe just above the eye of the Hurricane? If maybe that was just white, just some white to tie it into the rest of the jersey. The right shoulder, so Vintage Stormy, I think it's a ridiculous shoulder patch, and it's a ridiculous logo to have on a jersey, but I absolutely love it. Like, I have very conflicting, like, the design, logical part of my brain is like, don't put that on the jersey. But, like, the emotional, unique jersey collector kind of part of my brain is like, oh, this is awesome. This is really cool. So I think that it's a cool marketing little, I guess, favor to the fans. I think it's a cool shoulder patch. It's a little bit silly, but I do like it. I'm kind of glad that it's on there, honestly. Mostly glad that it's on there. The left shoulder, it's the state flag. I absolutely love this. If you have been following my channel for any amount of time, you would know that I love when teams put the either state or provincial flag on their shoulders, and I know that a lot of people don't like that. I think I'm in the minority there. I think that most people actually don't like it at all, but I love it, so shout out to Carolina for continuing that tradition. Thank you. The next image here, we just have some close-ups of the back of the helmet. Don't care about the helmet. The inside of the collar, that's normal, and some of the texture in the bottom, that's normal. And they also released some phone backgrounds, so this kind of, I guess, Frankenstein version of what it looked like of all the logos on a jersey. It's cool. I'm glad that they provided that, and it gives us a chance to look at all those patches and logos together in one single frame, so that's awesome. And then the next image here I have is just, I guess, pretty insignificant because we've already seen everything else in terms of the jersey. This is really just kind of like the behind the scenes, I think, when they were filming the video and stuff. But it's always good to look at imagery and marketing creative, I guess is maybe the right word, where it shows the jersey in different lighting. I always say this. It's great to have the studio lighting and all that stuff and the dramatic shadows and sometimes teams only do the dramatic shadow stuff and you can barely see the damn thing and you don't get actual photos until a couple of days or weeks later. But Carolina's provided both, which is great. We get the dynamic, crazy, dramatic shadows here, and we also get the proper photos as well. So I love to, whenever a jersey is released, I love to look at it in different lighting because sometimes it completely changes the jersey. In this specific situation, I think it looks pretty good in all lighting, which is a compliment to the jersey design, really, and the colors. So just another image here, you can see more of the uniform. Uniform's fine, nothing to complain about there. And here is the, I guess, store photo. This is not a real photo, it is digitally created, but essentially this is what you're gonna see if you go to the team store. And yeah, it looks fine, And then here's a close-up of the actual shoulder patch. Again, I found that on the team store and looks good. And then the state flag that's on there that's been recolorized. That's very, very cool. Probably one of my favorite shoulder patches in the NHL. Currently. And then this final image is just another phone background. They provided that. I like this because it's not some perfectly styled jersey like we saw on the digitized team store one. It's not them standing all professionally with their uniform and everything straight. This is how a jersey that you would like take off and throw on the couch or something. You can see the creases and the crinkles and the folds and everything and how the light plays off of it. I think that's a really important photo. I know it's just a phone background and they provided it, but it actually provides maybe the most insight of any of the stuff that they released, so I really appreciate that. And that, my friends, was the final image that, as I'm filming this, they released in that I saw. So overall, pretty pleased with the jersey. I mean, it's not a bad jersey. I have really nothing majorly negative to say about it at all. I don't absolutely love it. I definitely don't hate it. So, good job, Carolina Hurricanes. But I'm still questioning the whole vision behind the brand, I guess. Like, what is going on? Like I said earlier, it's getting to the point where I think it's almost intentional. Like, are they just messing with us? Or is this an actual strategy? Like, I don't know. But I'm here for the ride. So thanks to the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, Carolina is not the only team that released a jersey this week because the Seattle Kraken also did. And they just released that today as I'm filming. So tomorrow's jersey concepts, and you should tune in for it, by the way. Not because it's my video, but because of the set. We looked at Tass's set from last week. It was so good. If you've not seen the video, go check it out. Some amazing jersey concepts in there. But they were the homes, and tomorrow's is going to be the aways. So I'm really excited for that video. I've not actually seen the away jerseys yet. We're going to react to it in a video, and that's coming on the channel tomorrow, so would love to have you on board if you're new to catch that one. And then after that video is going to be the Seattle one. So me talking about the Seattle Kraken jersey, the new one that just got released. Currently, there's only a couple of images of it as I'm filming. And then also the Montreal Canadiens came out with a new center ice design, and they released some photos. So I want to talk about that as well. And I still need to talk about the Air Canada thing. So yeah, we'll talk to you soon on the channel. Hope you're having a great day. And let me know down below in the comment section how you feel about this new Carolina Hurricanes away jersey. Let me know your thoughts, bad or good. We'll talk to you soon. Adios.